I've been getting ready for a new room tour, so I wanted to go through 5 updates of things that I've been working on to make the room look a little bit different, a little bit updated and more fresh. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting. Thanks so much for tuning in. 5 updates that I'm going to go through are the games look a little bit different. Also, I added some posters to the stairs, so I'll go through what that looks like. I've been hard at work at the side room of the Nintendo room. It's not going to be 100% done for this room tour, but I will show you an update. It's just behind this secret door, if you're wondering why we're looking at a bookshelf right now of the NES and the Super Nintendo. And then I also put up a few more things on the Zelda Wall, and I updated the Switch corner and even a projector screen just to give you an overview of everything. Okay, so I want to start off with the video games. This year, the video games are going to look a lot different. I'm not going to go through them in detail right now, but I am going to give you just like an overview of what I've changed. So right now, you're looking at the new and improved display for all of my cartridges. I think this does look a lot better. I have 100 Super Nintendo games displayed, roughly 50 N64 games, and roughly 50 Super Nintendo games. My goal was to have like the top 100 of each console, so this is what I've been kind of working on. I made these shelves a few months ago. I did make a separate video about them, so if you want to check that out. That's not the only thing though. Above the games here, I put Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. I've really been meaning to make a video for that. I really want to get inspired and make my own course throughout the Nintendo room. Maybe I don't want to spoil anything, so I really would love to do that at some point. I just need the time because work got crazy for a while. I even have Stardew Valley up there. I did unbox that as well. What a wonderful, wonderful game. I am really hopeful that that multiplayer update comes to that very, very soon. The other thing that's been updated is up here, the games look a little bit different. They're kind of stacked, all the bigger boxes. For the Xenoblade series, for Fire Emblem, then there's Starlink, Samba Samba, Maracas, and the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat is there. And then also the big box Super Nintendo games, I kind of stacked those, but I left Earthbound facing out because that's the one that everyone cares about. What a quirky, unique, great game also. And then the big thing is on the side of both of these Billy bookcases, I decided to on one side put the Super Mario Kart series, or the Mario Kart series, and on the other side I put the Mario Party series. I couldn't fit the entire Mario Party series on this, so I had to just put the ones that are from the main home consoles. Because there's, I think, 17 or 18 of them. I did recently do a pricing guide and a rarity guide kind of Mario Party, so you can check that out. That'll be a card in the video also. But it looks kind of cool putting all of these. It was just kind of dead, wasted space, just looking at the side of a Billy bookcase. And Billy bookcases are really quite deep. I saw a collector's forum and people were just talking about what they could do for their own shelving. And a lot of people were suggesting make your own because you lose so much of the space on a Billy bookcase because they're almost 11 inches wide. They're kind of tucked away in this corner of the closet, so it kind of works really well here. And then I use the sides of them to at least display some games. So how am I holding these up? I'm using little plastic pieces that are kind of hard to see. They fit in perfectly. So right here is a plastic piece that has a sticky. So let me just move one of the games away. So right there, that's just kind of holding it on. That is some paint that was ripped off of a wall. So just be really careful. If you do get something like this, they're adhesive strips attached to shelves. These shelves were actually a little bit too wide. They came out a lot farther than this. So I cut them down to size, made them a little bit more narrow, and I put them like this. So I think they look pretty cool. I really like trying to find new ways to display things and trying to optimize the collection, while also trying to reinvent the room a little bit every time. Because if there's not enough new or different, I don't feel like it warrants or it's worthy of a new room tour. So there's a lot that I really want to change around. I just need the time to work on that side room because that side room getting finished will change everything. Alright, I'm going to show you update number 2, which is the posters over here. I just want to show, hey, I got the Charizard here. Yes, it's a it's a KSA, which is the Canadian different agency for grading things. But I do have the Charizard here, and even this binder, which I haven't talked about yet, which I got locally. That's a wicked binder from Wizards of the Coast, 20-year-old binder. Kind of really cool. Just wanted to mention those on my way by. Okay, so I have posters going up the stairs here, and the lighting is not great. Mostly because during what's going on in the world, my wife's got into a little bit of art, which looks fantastic. It's on the other side of this glass door, so the light's not really coming in through here the way I want it to. So I'm going to just go turn on the light and then see how this looks, and hopefully it'll look a little bit better. Here's an angle you might have never seen before of the Nintendo space. So coming down into the Nintendo room, I have these walls that are finished mostly, but there's nothing on the side of the wall. So I thought I already have all of these poster frames, and I already have a ton of posters that I could put up. So I found 6 of them that are vertical. There's 3 that are The Legend of Zelda, there's 1 that's Mario, and there's 2 that's Donkey Kong. Ideally, I would probably have a wide range of video game series, and I still have the one side of the wall over here to maybe put up more poster frames, so that might be something that I get to before the room tour. When is the room tour? It's hopefully going to be by the 20th of December. I was aiming for the 16th, I just don't know if I'll get everything done in time for that point. So hopefully around the 20th of December, that's the goal for the room tour. So I have the 25th anniversary poster up, then one from Twilight Princess. There's a lot of love for Twilight Princess. Such a good game, and really does feel like a sequel to Ocarina of Time. It was what a lot of people wanted Wind Waker to be when they first released that trailer. Then we have a Skyward Sword poster. I have 4 different Skyward Sword posters, which kind of seems insane. This is the best one in my opinion. There's one that's gold as a background, and then there's a different one that has all these characters on it still, just with different colors basically. So I put up this one because I didn't have another vertical poster. I didn't really want to have 3 Zelda ones, as I mentioned. Then I have one for Mario. We'll just go down lower maybe to get this in shot. So this is the one from Club Nintendo. Most of these posters are actually from Club Nintendo. There was another series of Club Nintendo posters that was, I think, the last series of posters that they released. This is maybe 8 or 9 years ago. 7? I'm not sure how many years ago anymore. So that series of posters I ordered, but they never came in the mail. So that's kind of upsetting, but I do have all of the other posters from Nintendo, from Club Nintendo. So that's just kind of a simple one. The last 2 here are from Donkey Kong. They kind of fit in nicely because I have the trilogy of Donkey Kong Country posters beside them that I'll show off in a second. I really like this one. It's just really simple. It's got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong on it. It looks pretty cool. It says their names on the top. And then below it, this is a poster that I had, of course, that I've been searching for like 5 years plus. I wasn't sure where I put it. I couldn't find it where all of my posters are, and maybe I can show you what my posters look like in a moment when we go into the secret room space. But this poster was actually hidden behind one of the Legend of Zelda posters, one of those 2 up there. I had this one displayed previously in one of my Nintendo rooms, and then instead of, when I wanted to put up another one, instead of taking this out of the frame, I just put another poster over the frame and completely forgot which one it was because I do have so many of them. So this looks a lot better in this space. I also have the awesome for passing 100,000 subscribers right here, the plaque. Thanks so much everyone, by the way, again. I do have a video up about that with the face reveal and everything. So I do think this looks good. I like how clean it looks. I might put something here, something down here, and then maybe even in the spaces that exist in between, but it's really not necessary. I think it looks kind of clean, especially when they're all in the poster frame. I do have other posters that I could put up along this wall, as I mentioned. I just don't have frames for them, and I'm thinking maybe they would be the wider posters, or all of these ones are 22 by 28 inches. The other ones, I think, are like 22 and 3/8 inches by 34 inches, which means I need to get very different poster frames for any of those. The third major update is hiding behind these Billy bookcases. I have shown this secret door a few times on my channel. It's still really cool and I do like it. All you have to do is push on the right Billy bookcase. So I'm going to press right here and hopefully a Zelda sound effect will occur. So then this is on hinges that you can see right here for this bookcase. This will pivot all the way opened and fit smoothly into space with the other bookcases that I have in the room. The other one though is a bit of a problem. So if I open up this one, it does hit the top of what I'm trying to build because I'm trying to finish off this room. So what that means is ultimately, when this space is entirely finished, I want to finish off the floor, I need to finish more drywalling and the ceiling, but I have been framing it and it's been going pretty well. Once this is done and the floor's in and everything, I'll probably remove these Billy bookcases, and I'll probably use one of them maybe here in this doorway over there. So that's my idea. Put a secret Billy bookcase maybe over there instead of what I have here, and open it up. So I have a giant Nintendo room that leads into a smaller Nintendo room. So if you're wondering what's in here right now, it's stuff that I just haven't put away into my collection. It's hidden stuff like my Sega Genesis collection and all of my Sonic games from the Sega Genesis. Even my uncle's Atari. It's actually my wife's uncle's Atari, so shoutouts to him and his family, by the way. And then any of my sealed games that I've kind of been getting over time, and boxes for things, glasses. It's just a whole random assortment of stuff that I wasn't really sure what to do with, and I was very fortunate to have this space. Behind here, of course, is our furnace room, so that's what's back there. When we bought the house, this room wasn't finished at all, and I asked them to frame up just this one wall that's here and the doorway, and then everything else I did myself. So it's been a slow process. You can see some of the framing that's going on up here. I do have to get more drywall. I'm hoping my brother-in-law can help me. He's got a truck and I can bring home drywall and then put some up. I'm not sure on the ceiling what to do quite yet. A lot of people are saying, well, look at all these wires that you have, some of my friends, and they're saying you should probably do a dropped ceiling in here. It'll save you some anguish in the future, especially with considering how many wires there are, and look at how much of a disaster that is over there. When all of this is over in the world, I want to have an electrician over and just make sure everything's safe, because when you have this much stuff, you want to make sure, obviously, nothing's going to go wrong. Just recently, I put up these 4 bookcases. So these 2 are Billy. These 2 are kind of smaller Billy. I think they're like 2 feet, and they're not quite the full height of the Billy bookcase. I think the Billy bookcase is, I want to say like 80 inches tall, and these ones are only like 72 inches tall. So right now, I just put stuff up on the shelf. I have a lot of doubles of GameCube games over there. I have a lot of empty boxes for the N64 and stuff like that. Some other stuff that I've just picked up throughout the years, and I've been holding on to, maybe for a friend, maybe as a trading piece. So the World Nintendo figures here, for example, I just put through those up right before the video because that whole space was blank and it was empty. I have Guitar Hero down here that I do need to get rid of. Probably sell it in time for Christmas and make someone really happy. And there's just a whole bunch of doubles and other stuff that's just random. My NES coffee table, that's the other NES coffee table because I have 2 of them. And I'm just not sure what to do with it. I tried selling it online, but the buyer backed out. This was a few years ago. So I've had it and I've been holding it for a while, and I've been seeing if a buddy really wants it. And if he doesn't, then I probably will be putting this up for sale. My thought would be, maybe I'll put it up for sale before Christmas, but it would probably have to be a local sale. So why am I talking about all this? Oh yeah, before I finish, sorry. These are all my sealed amiibo. Just by the way, I have a crazy sealed amiibo collection. So I've been trying to get every single Super Smash Bros. Amiibo sealed. I think I'm missing 3. I think I'm missing Corrin Player 2, Inkling Girl from Smash Bros., which I hope to get tomorrow, and then 1 more. Let me know if you can figure out what the last one is, because it's just boggling my memory right now. I have a document of my wanted list. And then I have some other sealed amiibo up there, and World Nintendo stuff galore, and stuff like that. So why am I showing you this space? Because it's exciting to be finishing something like this. I'm not really finishing it, but I'm starting to put up the drywall. There's only 3 lights in here, and the lights are the kind that only affect with light straight down. So I might get bulbs that are more dome-shaped because it feels really dark in here. I'm filming this when it's nighttime anyways, but it's just really dark in this space, and I thought 3 lights should definitely be enough. So I probably want to get more of a dome light going on. And I'm not sure if I'll put up the drywall on the ceiling. I feel like over here it would be great for drywall, and maybe just have 1 drop tile over there. I just think it would look so strange to have the majority of the basement in the Nintendo room over here with like drywall, and then over here have a drop ceiling. I don't think it would look great. Now you'll notice that this beam has been framed. I just haven't finished putting up the drywall around that. Thank you to my wife who helped me put up especially this piece of drywall. She's a rock star. She even likes video games, which is so cool. And then on this side, I have one of the ladders up. You call these ladders that you build around the framework. And I have the other ladder that you can see just hanging out over there that is going to go along this space as well. I'm really hoping that the space in here is going to be exactly 4 feet for here, it would be 1 sheet of drywall if I can turn it into 4 feet. So I might move these ladders over a little bit just so it's one nice piece of drywall, and then this will be another piece, and then that'll be a third piece. So 3 pieces for the ceiling. This room is just shy of 16 feet, which works out really nicely because drywall is 4 by 8. So obviously this space will not be finished for my room tour this year, but I will show it off in the room tour. I'm going to make it look a little bit better, update it, and try and finish off at least the drywall so you're not looking into maybe that space over there. And I have no idea what I'll do with the floor. Maybe I'll at least get a rug and put a rug down in here, or otherwise it might just stay concrete for the video for this year. Super Nintendo table, right in the middle of the room, the elephant in the room. I've been hard at work at this months ago, and then I took a huge long break from the Super Nintendo table. What happened is it got dirty. So there's hand marks and little grease marks all over this that I want to put one more coat on the top. I have already put 13 coats of paint on this thing because I kept going back and changing the coat because I really wanted this to be the right shade of kind of gray with a little bit of blue in it, a little bit of purple in it for the Super Nintendo controller table. And I had to cut it out myself. I'll make a whole video on this process later on. So I am still hard work at that. I'm not confident I'll get that done this as well for the room tour, but I certainly will try. The idea for this is that it would be my computer desk, so we'll see if I can get that done as well. The fourth update of things that I've been trying to work on and improve is the Nintendo Switch shelf. This is something that I thought needs to be changed. I have the 4 Labo sets now, and I also have a few different Nintendo Switches, and I just don't know what to do with the Virtual Boy box down there. I only have the box, the manuals, and the cardboard kind of insert, but I don't have the console yet. I did buy the system locally. I brought it home and one of the eyes didn't work at all, so I returned it. And that was kind of upsetting because it's hard to find that. So that's just kind of on the Switch shelf for now. There's nowhere better in the room for me to put it, and I don't really have room in the main Nintendo space for it anywhere else. But for now I have the Fortnite Edition Switch, the Animal Crossing one, the online controllers for the NES, the Super Nintendo, then like a Labo shelf. And then I still have the Breath of the Wild shelf here. This is actually my buddy Jordan's. There's your normal video shout out to Jordan. He's just awesome. He's my best friend. So on this shelf, this actually belongs to him. And this shield here, while it is really cool, it is gigantic because the Master Edition of Breath of the Wild is also gigantic. So maybe I move this down a little bit, or maybe I move it all the way to the top. I kind of wanted to have the controllers at the top of this because with the other shelves that I have for the Wii U, I have controllers at the top. Same thing with the Wii and the N64 and the GameCube. I have controllers at the top, at least for the most part, so I was trying to be consistent with that over here. 2 of the Switch boxes will sit side by side, they do fit, but I kind of like displaying the systems beside the box. So the controllers look pretty cool. I love having all 4 of those Pro controllers. And then I had room for one of the ones with the neon Joy-Cons up there with the neon red, neon blue. Then I have the other neon colors right here. There are a lot of other colored Joy-Cons, including the ones for the Animal Crossing and the one for the Fortnite. And then any of the other variations, I don't have those systems yet. So before the room tour, at least you guys are aware, I don't have every single Switch console variation. My wife and I decided prices are insane to spend a new console, but Shoppers Drug Mart, you can get an insane number of points at Shoppers Drug Mart on certain days, and then you can redeem the points and get additional dollars. So if your local Shoppers Drug Mart, if you have one where you live, that's something you could do and save hundreds of dollars if you can use up your points if they happen to have a special edition in. Same thing with all the different Switch lights. We only have this one. That's the Zacian and Zamazenta edition I bought for my wife, I think for last Christmas. We don't have the other colors yet, but we might use that Shoppers Drug Mart idea to kind of get all of them. That would be kind of cool. Slow process, though. Just trying to get things on a budget, especially because Nintendo doesn't send me anything. I've never been an ambassador with Nintendo. At the top here, we have Ring Fit Adventure, then the controllers, then the consoles, the Master Edition of Zelda Breath of the Wild with some other stuff, the Labo, Animal Crossing, the controllers, Fortnite, and Virtual Boy. So I'm not really sure. If you have any suggestions to how to make this space even better, let me know because I'm struggling with the Switch shelf. One shelf should be enough for now, but honestly, the Labo takes up so much space, I could probably just stack them on top of each other, and the Breath of the Wild takes up a lot of space, but it is such a fantastic game. Now the next update is something really small for update number 5. I updated the Zelda Wall. Mainly, I put up Majora's Mask's items on the side here. So these are vinyl displays. I love them because you have Majora's at the top, you have Majora's Mask, then you have, well, I guess Skull Kid, I should say. Skull Kid wearing Majora's Mask. Then you have Link, and you have Goron Link, which looks so cool playing his instrument. And then on the other side, you have Deku Link, or at least he's about to put it on, and you have Zora Link, as well as other characters from the game. So this is so cool. I was given these a long time ago, more than 5 years ago by someone, and honestly, I'm so upset at myself. I looked everywhere. I can't find who it was with the name. I can't find it, and I would love to know. So if you were the one who sent it to me, thank you so much. These are so cool. They also sent me Mario ones. The Mario ones, to be honest, look really, really childish to me at this point. They would be great for some sort of kid's birthday party, but these ones look a little bit more adult, and I've been liking Majora's Mask more and more. I've had more time to play it and try it out and play it on the 3DS as well. It is growing on me. It's like a game that I constantly have that impending doom feeling, and that's okay, and I'm alright with that. There was a video that I was watching on YouTube that kind of led me to replay that game, which was really cool. So that's update number 5. Now the last thing I want to mention is behind this door is a bathroom. I really want to get this bathroom done also for the room tour. It's just there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to, so I'm going to save that as a surprise. If it doesn't get done, it will absolutely get done for next room tour, not the one that's coming out within a week or 2. So those are all of my updates for what's going on in the room. The last thing that I should mention is I installed, not permanent, but I installed right here a screen that can come down, and I really want to install a projector that I got secondhand online, and I already got a ceiling mount. So I want to put this up. I'm just struggling because there's a light right here that's in the way. The light's not even on right now, but I want to mount it right here beside it because there is a joist going that way, so I can actually mount it to something. It's just the directions for this mount are crazy difficult to understand. And this screen I can take down. So you see the hooks? I'll be able to remove that, so I'm not sure if I'll leave it up for the room tour. I'll probably bring it down. The thought here is that next time we have a Mario-thon or a Zelda-thon, what I had been doing was propping up a TV on a shelf back here, usually like a 50-inch screen TV to 60-inch screen TV, and everyone was kind of worried it might fall, so this kind of completely prevents that. Also, we can put on a movie if we're gaming on one of my televisions. It's great to have an old school CRT TV here. And I also have a really old HD TV down here. And everyone's been saying, I need to update my television. Well, maybe I'll update it with getting a projector. And then eventually, yes, I will upgrade my television. But I love the size of this. And I love how both of these fit so well together because the height of them is perfectly the same. I did get another Sony Trinitron to kind of swap this one out. This one turns itself off randomly sometimes. Hilarious. This one turns itself off randomly every once in a while, but I think that's because the power button gets stuck in. So I brought home a different CRT TV, and it's honestly just so heavy that me and my brother-in-law looked at each other and were like, not today. We probably need more help than just the two of us. It weighs hundreds of pounds. So right now I've got 6 screens in here, by the way. It's going to stay like that for the room tour. I don't think I'm going to get the other TV and swap it out in time, but we'll see. You never know. So thanks so much for watching. These are all of my updates before the room tour. I still hope to post a few more videos before the room tour. There's a few other little projects I really want to work on to kind of make the space look even better. Let me know if you have any suggestions to improve the space, and I really hope you guys are doing well. Take some time for yourself. Make sure that you guys are enjoying whatever you can and being thankful for what we have, especially during this holiday time of year. Thanks so much for watching again. You guys are awesome. Keep smiling while gaming. Go collect them all. If you could like the video, that really helps. If you could comment below any suggestions or how your room is going or how your collection's going or anything like that. And I do have Patreon. I really want to thank all my supporters on Patreon. You guys have been with me for a while. You're awesome. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to support me. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Stay awesome.